Greetings, Guardians, my name is Bife here. So, before we do anything, as is typical, spoiler warning for you all, if you haven't played the campaign yet, and in particular if you haven't played the last few missions and the campaign's post-campaign content, then you should turn off now. Are they gone? Cool. Proper video intro can start here. Salvation's Edge approaches, and with it, the potential downfall of the Witness. But when we rush to face it, how do we actually kill an ancient being like this, a being akin to a god? And the answer was revealed to us in the campaign of Final Shape. So, regardless of what the raid mechanics end up being, here's how we're meant to defeat the Witness. Firstly, you need to know what the Witness is. It's a compound being, an entity made of many entities. The precursor people that created it sacrificed themselves using the powers of darkness, and in darkness they merged their minds to become a singular thing, a chorus of many voices chanting towards the final shape. But within that chorus, there are dissenting voices. These dissenters are those who have entered into the union that created the Witness, but who held doubt or fear in their hearts. They were cast out until they were ready to be reintegrated into the final shape and the Witness itself. They are still a part of it, but they are contained within the statues that you see around Sol. Within the Witness, each of these dissenters is still intimately linked. Within the Witness, these dissenting voices can be destroyed, and in the process of destroying them, we can harm the Witness. This is exactly what's happening in the campaign. We destroyed these dissenting voices with the power that we were able to take from the Traveler, and we did something that might have been unthinkable. We wounded a god. We might have had to retreat at the end of that fight, but our battle also revealed an important truth. The Witness can be killed, and this is how. We need to target those dissenting voices, because through these voices the Witness has a weakness, but we also need to understand the mechanics by which the Witness was made and how it can be unmade. The Witness was made in darkness, and in darkness it can be destroyed. This is well represented by our interaction in the final boss encounter of the campaign, where in order to actually deal damage to the Witness, we need to embrace the dark for a moment. In this moment, we do as Zavala did, and commune with a part of the Witness's mind. Within its mind, we can destroy the dissenting voices and break the Witness. But within the Witness's many minds, as we literally stand within its own thoughts, within its own being, within the darkness, we need to understand something about darkness and light as primal forces of the universe. Something that's actually pretty well displayed in the heart of the Traveler itself. We see the landscape of the Traveler reflecting the thoughts of those within it. Our own thoughts, Savathun's thoughts, Cayde's thoughts, the Witness's thoughts. The places in front of us are a combination of light and darkness. It's part of the reason why the Traveler is such a surreal landscape, and why you see some things that are inexplicable. When you get closer to the Witness's monolith, you get closer to the area of its own influence, and in this place, things look more finalized. They look as though they're broken apart into their version of the final shape. But if you return to the tower, you see our own thoughts and our own mind influencing the creation of the world around us, and you see other characters too. Zavala's thoughts manifested into the seclusion, which is also known as the area of his homestead. You can see some of Crow's thoughts manifesting in the formation of awoken halls made of the same crystal that you might find in the Dreaming City. And of course, if you go to Ikora's thoughts, it manifests as Io, a copy of the Cradle, complete with a somewhat corrupted and somewhat misshapen tree of silver wings. All of this is to say that within the pale heart of the Traveler, your mind's imaginings and unconscious thoughts are made real by the Traveler's light. This is the key motion of things as we go into the Traveler. The darkness provokes and pulls forth these unconscious echoes within one's own mind. Then, the Traveler's light manifests those thoughts, makes the unreal real, taking the immaterial and making it material. Where darkness creates illusions and thought, the light makes those same visions a reality that you can touch. But the light isn't just a force of creation, it can also destroy. As a force of chaos, The Precursor people knew this well. And we see in the final boss fight that this is also reflected. The Traveler understands this, and it actually aids us in the fight. In the moments before we enter the Witness's mind, we see a sword of light that appears. This blade is a pure manifestation of power and light from the Traveler. It is light in the most pure form that I think we've ever wielded as Guardians. By bringing this light from the Traveler into the darkness of the Witness's mind, we can make the destruction of its dissenters real. We can only destroy the dissenters with this pure blade of light. This is the key. This is the weapon that we'll use, and this is the method by which we must split off the dissenting voices from the Witness. We have to do as the Witness is doing to the rest of the world. We have to take the vision of darkness that we see before us and make it interact with light. Just as the Witness is doing with the final shape, we need to use light and dark in concert here to destroy the Witness. Only by using them together can we accomplish the unmaking that we seek. We must wield the light, but embrace the darkness if we are to succeed. But the Witness knows this. It will be well armed and well prepared, but this still hasn't stopped us before. We have the ability to wield light and dark in harmony now. Our powers have never been greater. All we need to do is discover an adequate source of the Traveler's light in the darkness and find a way into the Witness's mind. And I think luckily for us, Savathun has shown us a way to do both. In the Traveler, there are fissures of light. You've probably seen them all over the place. In particular, if you go to the Lost City and the Arbor of Light, you can see one near the terminal where you talk with Micah 10. However, some of them are hidden. Only by becoming torn between dimensions, by absorbing the power of the Taken to the point where we almost are taken, can we see these fissures and free them. This might just be the key. By embracing the darkness, we can walk between the dimensional spaces and see where we might draw light from, hidden within these places. By doing this, we can arm ourselves, and we might be able to cut away the minds of the Witness until there is nothing left. Most crucially, by walking into dark spaces and embracing the darkness with this tear between dimensions, it's possible that we might be able to find a way into the Witness's mind once again, where we can deal real damage to it with the light. This is only guesswork. But as you head into the raid, keep in mind how you wounded this god before. Drive your blade into the first knife's heart. And be aware, this will be the most dangerous challenge you've faced. But ultimately, should you triumph, all of existence might be saved. There is still something that troubles me though. The Witness calls itself the First Knife. If that is so, it is a title of great meaning, and it also implies that the Witness is nothing but a tool, nothing but a weapon. And it leads to a further question. Who wields this first knife? The trailer for the raid speaks of cosmic tides that we're fighting against. Something about that particular notion, tides, of battles that make waves, the ideas, the imagery, the iconography, speaks to something a little deeper. I'm not sure, but I don't know if everything is quite clear just yet. And maybe it is the case that we fight the Witness down to its singular last remaining mind, but there is also a moment in the trailer where the Witness no longer refers to itself as we, but I. And that makes me ask even more questions. Anyway, all of that is to be discovered and discerned when we actually enter Salvation's Edge and fight the Witness for ourselves. There we will claim victory, or see defeat. But every one of us has done their part. And if you've enjoyed this video and you want more, go ahead and hit subscribe and the bell next to subscribe. And if you are taking part in the raid race, go ahead and wish everybody luck. We might need it. I'll catch you all soon. Hopefully we will have more to talk about when the raid is elapsed. Expect a lot of raid video content and content from the final shape generally. But as per usual, know that your viewership as always has been quite enough for me, and that in the meantime, my name is Byf. Parodacia Arastra. I'll see you, Starside.